Imagine waking up one morning, you check your phone, your watch, and something is different. The sun seems to take a little longer to rise. Your usual alarm goes off, but it feels early because overnight, the very fabric of time has shifted. What if, suddenly, every day wasn't 24 hours long, but 25 hours? How would our world and our lives change? At first, it might not seem like much, that extra hour, but our bodies clock to a 24-hour cycle, our circadian rhythm. Sleeping, waking, eating, even hormone release, all aligned. On day one, we'd probably just feel a bit groggy, like we've time traveled, but our internal clocks would have to recalibrate. Would we naturally start sleeping an hour longer? Or would we just shift our sleep, trying to squeeze 25 hours of wakefulness into a similar pattern? And what about the rest of the planet? How would shifts in plant growth, animal hunting, and sleeping cycles cascade through ecosystems? This is where it gets really interesting for us. What would you do with that extra hour? Would it be a gift? Imagine an extra hour for that hobby you never have time for. More time for exercise, family, or just quiet relaxation. Commutes might feel less rushed. Mornings could be more peaceful. But would it be that simple? Or would our expectations just expand? Would we unconsciously start cramming 25 hours of activity into our minds, still feeling overwhelmed, just with a longer deadline? Businesses and governments would face a huge logistical puzzle. Would the standard 8-hour workday become 9 hours? Or would we maintain 8-hour workdays and gain an extra hour of leisure? Think about shift work, public transport schedules, school days. Everything would need an update. Some industries might see a productivity boom, others might struggle to adapt. It could lead to new work-life balances, or just more extended workdays for some, while others enjoy more free time. It's a societal restructuring on a timescale we haven't had to consider in centuries. Beyond the practical, how would it feel? Our perception of time is deeply psychological. Would an extra hour make us feel more in control, less rushed? Or would the constant awareness that an hour is missing from our 24-hour mental model create a subtle, perpetual sense of unease? Perhaps we'd simply adapt, and in a few generations, a 25-hour day would feel completely normal, and a 24-hour one would seem impossibly short. And then there's the tech. Every clock, every calendar, every piece of software, every synchronized system would need an update. Imagine the bugs, the glitches. Could our current digital infrastructure even handle such a fundamental shift without cascading failures? This is where the true unpredictability lies. Things we can't even conceive of might change. So, a 25-hour day. It sounds simple, but the ripple effects are profound, touching our biology, our society, and our very perception of reality. It's a fascinating thought experiment that reminds us how much we're shaped by the constant rhythm of 24 hours. What would you do with that extra hour? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed exploring this hypothetical future, hit that like button and subscribe for more what-if scenarios.